What's up troopers, my name is Neon and today we're going to be talking about which servers are easier to play on Battlefield 2042. So before we get into the video troopers, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. We're getting really close to 18,000 subscribers, and of course leave a like in this video, thank you very much. So one of the questions I actually got recently was someone saying to me, wow, these servers are a lot more harder, but then I've also got the same comment pretty much the opposite way when people say, hey, these servers are way too easy. And it's always been the biggest conversation, especially when it comes to EU and American servers. And this is the one thing a lot of people actually do forget. I'm British, I've been born and raised in the United Kingdom for the last 23 years, yet I've been living in the United States for the last 4 years. So I've actually played between the both servers. But this is the question troopers, and I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below, which ones do you think are a lot more easier? The only two servers I've really played in Battlefield 2042 is EU and NA lobbies, and maybe some West Coast here and there if I'm playing with certain friends. And the matchmaking is a lot more different in Battlefield 2042, it actually does it by ping. So if you can have a full squad, it will actually find the lowest person with the lowest ping. Although that's not the smartest thing because it can be really confusing, they really should do a ping balance. So they actually look at everyone's ping and see what servers is going to be the best for everyone in that lobby. But unfortunately, Battlefield 2042 doesn't do that. It looks at the lowest ping and puts that in your server. So if I was playing with someone from the EU and I know they was going to have a lot more better ping than me, it would just chuck me and my friend into an EU lobby. Even if my friend is going to have a way more better experience because he has a lower ping, it doesn't matter. It'll just chuck you in there even if you're going to have a terror experience. And it can be really frustrating because of the way how matchmaking's been working. That's what's so annoying about it. Example, I can have 2 American friends plus myself. Yeah, I can have 1 EU person. Because he's going to have a lot more lower ping, it's going to put everyone else in the EU lobby and make everyone else lag except 1 person. Although, if they go and put you into a different server where all the other American people can actually have a decent balanced ping, and then the EU person can also have a different balanced ping, then it'll be completely fine. And unfortunately that's not the place, and that's why matchmaking has been all over the place because of that issue. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of people scream for server browsers, because they want a certain server to be a good balance for all their friends. And this is the question now, which ones are a lot more easier? I gotta admit it, I do feel like EU lobbies can be a lot more sweaty time to time. It also depends on the time you're playing. I know for sure when I'm playing in early morning lobbies, it's not that sweaty. If it comes around 3 o'clock in the UK time, it can be really sweaty because that's when the kids are coming home from school. And everyone knows this, and you just gotta face reality, okay? These new generation gamer kids, they are absolutely cracked out of their mind, and they are really good gamers, alright? We can't discredit any of these young folks, alright? And these kids are just absolutely crazy, alright? And we just gotta face reality. So I suppose when it comes to peak EU time, it can definitely be a lot more sweaty. And I do have to agree, when it comes to American servers, it does feel a little bit more casual. Although the argument when it comes to a lot more casual in American servers is just the fact that not many people are playing the game. Problem is, every time I go into EU lobbies, I feel like I can always find a full lobby. But then when I go to American lobbies, majority of them are bots. And it could be really frustrating. Yes, if I play peak American time, I could probably have a bit more of an easy experience and find more lobbies, but that's just not the case half of the time. Usually most of these lobbies are always dead. And because they're mainly dead and there's not that many people playing, it can be a lot more easier because half the time there's half bots and half players. What is a shame. And because there's not that many players, you're not bumping into some of the best players all the time. But there's this the one issue though, is when you do find some of the good players, you're basically gonna see them all of the time. So there's a couple of times when I see people like Flex or Enders, and they're some of the best people when it comes to NA. Yet every time I play against these guys, I'm constantly bumping into them again and again and again, because really every time I'm searching for an American server, there's usually only 1 or 2 servers running at a time. So the chances of me bumping into some of these top tier players is very high. And that's the thing, the chance of that happening in the EU lobbies is a lot more slim, but there is a lot more players, so of course it's going to rotate it out a lot more. So this is the thing, yes, American servers can be a lot more sweaty, but then also EU lobbies can be a lot more sweaty too. I just feel like when it comes to EU lobbies, it can be a lot more consistent because of the larger player base. The EU side is absolutely tremendous when it comes to the player base, and that's probably why it can be a lot more sweaty. So the biggest question now is, troopers, which one is the hardest lobby to play on? Honestly, I feel like they're both the same. They are both a little bit different because of the player base and of course of certain times. But the reality is they both do play pretty much the same. They both can be very difficult at time to time, and they can both be a lot more easier time to time. I think the only one benefit is, more than anything, is that EU lobbies has way more players, so it can be more easy for you guys to play different servers. But troopers, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below which one's a lot more easier for you. I just thought this would be a good topic to talk about, as myself, I played on both servers. I played on EU and American servers. So I just thought this was a good video to talk about. But yeah guys, be nice, talk to everyone in the comment section and have that good discussion and see which ones are the servers for you. But anyway troopers, thank you very much for listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, be a part of the Pink Wig Army, and I'll see you on the battlefield.